Welcome back to Dates and Mates, our Halloween Horror Story annual episode. I'm sitting in studio with my friend and former client, Tavishya. I'm so glad that you're here because you have a Halloween horror story.
I do. So,
and it's not my fault, by the way.
It's not. Damona definitely helped me with my profile, and when I say I got way more dates once I made the changes she suggested, it was kind of okay, girl, you know what you're doing type thing. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I had a spree. I was going on dates maybe every couple of weeks, sometimes with the same guy, sometimes different guy. But this particular guy I met on OkCupid. And I call him the scientist because he was in school getting his doctorate.
Hey, sounds promising.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he's going to Riverside, University of California, Riverside. Not from this country. We were
okay, so wait, Riverside, that's 90 minutes?
Riverside's pretty far.
2.5 in traffic.
Yeah.
But he's a scientist. So it could.
Trying to expand my horizons and whatnot. So we talked online for at least a couple weeks, and I added him on Facebook. You got to check out the profiles to see if there's anything alarming or anything. So that looked okay. So I was all right, cool, let's meet up. I don't know why it was Thanksgiving night, but I had already ate. So I was like, I don't have nothing else to do. Let's hang out. We're supposed to go to the movies. But I ended up driving to Riverside to the campus. Now, on campuses for the holidays, they're not staffed. There's not staff. There's no one there. Go town. So I was like, oh, man. So I'm on campus trying to figure out where the greenhouse is. He's like, meet me at the greenhouse. I'm like, dog, I've never even been here before.
Okay, Tavishya, that sounds like the beginning of a horror movie right there. Meet me in the greenhouse, and there's nobody around.
Yeah, nobody around.
Did any bells go off at this point?
I just try to be accommodating, and apparently you can't as a woman.
He must have had a really good profile and a really cute face.
He was adorable, but I don't really, that looks thing is not enough for me. So I go brain
adorable
power.
Enough to die.
But wait, it gets better. So we get to the greenhouse. He pulls up. He told me he couldn't drive because he was intoxicated, but he drove over there. But I was like, we're not going to talk about that. But he get there. He's like, I just want to show you my experiment. So I'm like, okay.
That sounds really bad.
I know. So we get into the greenhouse. Now, mind you're walking in the greenhouse. It's an enclosed area. The windows are out because they have to keep everything in. And I was just walking, and I can see in front of me. He's cutting on lights, but only lights in front of us are cutting on, but the ones behind us are off.
Why'd you use the word cutting? So it's horror movie.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. So we walk, and he's like, oh, it's right over here. And I'm like, dude, I even said out loud, I said, look, man, if you're gonna take me out, you're probably gonna do it right here. And I was just like, you know what? He was like, what are you talking about? You're safe. Why do you think you're not safe? And I'm just like, well, because I just met you, and we in a greenhouse. I can't see nobody. Ain't nobody here but you and me. And he was like, I would never hurt you or anyone. You are completely safe. I'm like, yeah, from who? From who am I safe from? So I'm just like, whatever. I don't know why I said whatever, but I did. So we kept going. Then we went into another house. Little containment area. It was had a vault because it was temperature controlled. So it's a greenhouse within a greenhouse.
So no one would find your body until next semester.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, it's right in here. And I'm just like, everything's right in here, dog. We was walking for a minute. So we get in there, and he's just like, oh, he was studying nematodes. And these are microscopic, things that eat plants that kill them. So I was just like, oh, okay, that's nice. He was just like, yeah. And for some reason, I had to fart or whatever. So I'm inside the greenhouse, and I just let one go, trying to step out on my way out the door. And it happened. And it's and so I was like, oh man. He was like, did you fart? I'm like, I'm so sorry. Did I ruin your experiment? And he was just laughing. And I was just like, no, for real. I tried to walk out the door, but it came out right before I got there. And he was just like, you're fine. Let's just go to the bar. Now you eager to go to the bar when I was trying to go to the bar from the beginning. Okay, so I drive his car to the bar. Then we're chilling. We're having conversation. I'm getting to know him a little bit more. I'm scrolling. He's showing me more pictures of these nematodes. He was just like, oh, look at the other
like it's
experiment.
children.
He was so proud of them. And then he's like, look, and I scroll and I see a dick pic. And it was this was a black man. The big dick pic was of a white man. So I was just like, dog, why do you have a dick pic in your phone? He was just like, oh, can you just overlook it. And I was just like, no, we have to talk about this. Like, it's not even in your messages. You downloaded it and saved it. And he was like, well, because he's not from this country, he felt like if anything ever happened to him, he had proof of someone like sending him stuff like that. So that was his explanation, which kind of sort of makes sense a little bit, but not really. I was like, dawg, you need to delete that. So he did. But
and
then,
delete my number from your phone.
But, I mean, he did delete it, but immediately regretted it afterwards. So I was just like, man.
He's just going to go home and
So-
download it again.
Probably. So yeah, after that, we just kind of hung out. He danced, I watched, and then he took me back to my car, and that was it. That was the scientist.
That sounds like there were so many moments when it could have gone even worse.
It could have. It could have.
But it's bad.
It was. Yeah. I know better now, but I was just like, I mean, okay, sure, why not? I didn't feel like I have this thing where if I feel like I can take you, then I'm good. Like if it just came down to you and me, I was just like, all right, you just defend myself. But I should never feel like that on a date. But I feel like that with anyone, male or female. So, that's my rule.
Why do I believe you? I totally believe you.
Yeah.
But you're not going to put yourself in a situation like that again.
Absolutely not. I broke a bunch of rules, and one of them was going to 2 different locations on a first date. And it was way too long. We were together for hours.
Yeah, that's definitely a rule. Keep it short and sweet. Don't go to another location. And I have to add a rule for don't fart in the greenhouse.